Hey guys, it's your girl Jade. Sorry, my foot itches. Oh my god. But anyway, this one is going to be a paranormal video. I know I haven't done one in a while. Everything's been like quiet recently, so I'm trying not to talk too loud about it because it is like middle of the day and neighbors are up and about walking around and stuff. But everything's been really quiet with the paranormal stuff until recently. A lot of my friends have noticed that it has been quiet and that was like the calm before the storm. So there's this one road that I go down that I used to live on. Um, my car, the headlights and the radio and everything have gone out on this road before, but I was still able to drive the car. And I've noticed that it only happened on this road. So I needed gas. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I drove down this road, like halfway down it, with no headlights. And I pull into the gas station, my headlights come back on. So I'm like, okay, maybe my wiring is just bad. Because my car is like 17 years old, so I put gas in my car, and then I start heading home, and as soon as I get out of the gas station parking lot, my headlights go out again. So I'm like, great. Now I can't drive at night. I need to get my car looked at, and I don't have the money for it. So I drove down the road, and they kept going off and on. And I get to where I have to turn onto another road, and I was like, oh no, this is a busier street, and my headlights are off. Ugh, I really don't feel safe doing this, but I do know the streets. I drive down them all the time. And there are street lights, so I can at least see the road. But I get on the street, and my headlights come back on. So I was like, okay, make it home and everything. And then I think the next day I had to work, and I didn't get out until after dark, so I was like, okay, hopefully it's not a wiring issue, yada yada yada. And for about a week, my lights were fine. I was driving at night, they weren't going out, so I was like, okay, maybe it was just a fluke. And I called a friend of mine who is also like big into paranormal stuff, and we were talking about it as I was driving down this very busy road. It's even busy at 9:30 at night. Um, and I start telling him what's going on, and my headlights go out again. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I put my hazards on, and I get over into the slow lane, and thankfully my headlights do come back on because here comes a cop. And the part I was at was dark, so I couldn't really see any entrances to neighborhoods that I can turn on to. So I was like, great. Now I got a cop in front of me, and I have headlights that are going in and out. So we stopped talking about all this, and my headlights stay on, thankfully. I made it home. I was like, okay, I really need to get this looked at. I don't have the money to get this fixed, if that's the problem. Well, um, driving, when was it? I think it, oh no, I stopped at Walmart first, because I was like, I'm gonna just sit here. I need to grab a few things anyway. I'm gonna let traffic die down a little bit more so if they go out again, I'll be fine. And there was like these black shadows just running across the road in front of my headlights and everything. So I was like, okay, great. So the other night, I was laying in bed watching YouTube on my tablet, and I had my door open enough to where my cat could come in, and she does that at night. And I thought my kid had gone to sleep, so I didn't expect to see the kiddo up and about or anything. And out of the corner of my eye, I see something standing in my door front, like in my doorway. Like, about that much the door was open. So, if you have kids, you know, whenever they stand in the doorway, they're kind of like creeping up on you and everything. And I took my headphones out because I was going to be like, hey kiddo, what's up? And I look up at the door and there's no one standing there. And I was like, okay. Because I didn't, I could still see it out of the corner of my eye, and I didn't see that figure move whatsoever. So I thought it was my kiddo just trying to get my attention. No, it wasn't. It was something in the house, standing in my doorway. I don't know what that was. But, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be sitting out on my front porch, and, I know no one's awake in the neighborhood, because you don't see any cars going through, nothing. You don't really hear anybody. But I'll hear somebody walking around up underneath my porch, or they're, like, stepping on the little gravelly spots of the walkway from the driveway to the front stairs. And I can stand up and look over, and there's no one there. I can go down to the little landing on the front stairs and look under the porch and not see anyone. So, it's getting active again, and oh yeah. Also driving home. I don't remember when this was. I know it was between, like, the headlights going off and seeing the figure standing in my bedroom door. I didn't have music on because I was right after my headlights went up the next day. No, 2 days after that, because I didn't work the next day. The following day, I didn't have the radio on because I had forgotten that I turned all the electrical stuff down, like the lighting, because I have this little knob thing that I can turn the lights up or down to where, like, I guess I use, like, less battery power or something, I don't know. But I had forgotten I had turned it all the way down, so I could not see the clock on my radio. And I thought my radio had finally gone out. So I didn't have any music going. And from my back seat, I hear, psh. I had just gotten off work. There was nobody in my car. One, my car is, like, really messy, and two, the back seat is full of clothes that I had taken over to my sister's whenever I was house sitting to wash and just never took them out of my car. So, excuse me. So, yeah. So, got lights going out in my car. On a road that I used to live on. Like the house I lived on or in, I think I've told some stories, but the main thing that sticks out from that house for me is I had some friends over. I don't even remember if I've told this story, but I had some friends over, and they'd come upstairs because they were sleeping down in the basement, asking if we were washing clothes because the washer was going. And we're like, no, we're not washing anything. We haven't been down there. We just woke up. So we go down there, turn the washing machine off because there's nothing in it. Then we go back upstairs, and when we're about to close the basement door, the washing machine goes off again. Like, it starts up. So we go back there and turn it off and unplug it. And we start walking back up the stairs again. It turns on again. So that time when we walked by, we noticed that the crawl space door was open. Now, this crawl space it freaks me out. Just even pictures of it freak me out. So, but we noticed it was wide open. No one had been in there. So we closed it and turned this unplugged washing machine back off. So yeah. And then after that, I always saw this black man, like black shadowy man, walking through the house when I was home alone by myself. So yeah, that was the street all that happened on. And then now seeing that black shadow here, kind of freaky. I don't really like the black shadows because they just give off this like horrible, like creepy vibe. So, yay. So now that everything is back to being active, I may end up having more paranormal videos. Yeah. Fun times. So, anyway. Sorry if it was a little shaky. So, yay. Anyway, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below of other videos you want me to do. I do Loot Crate unboxing, movie reviews, and paranormal when it happens. And when it happens all at once. So, yeah. Anyway, guys. Bye. Love you.